It's safe to say that Samsung are pretty much the only OEM who make the best and the most serious Android tablets on a consistent basis, near enough on par with the same effort they put into their flagship phones. Their Tab S8 lineup is a perfect example of this, which now mirrors the S22 series, having 3 models in the lineup, with the Tab S8 Ultra being at the top. Having what is basically a laptop-sized display for a tablet, how has the Tab S8 Ultra held up? Hi, Ben from SamMobile. If you enjoy exclusive and new videos like this, then be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any new videos on YouTube with SamMobile TV. Here is our full experience review of the Tab S8 Ultra. We said it before in our early hands-on, and we'll say it again. This tablet is huge and there's no way of getting around it. This, of course, is very intentional from Samsung, as they know the most popular reason why people love Samsung Galaxy devices, especially on their tablets and smartphone, is the display experience on a large scale. The unibody metal construction of the device, with the well-balanced weight and the slim 5.5mm profile, all help to mitigate the size of the device so it doesn't feel so intimidating to use. But with the time I've spent with it, in my experience, as much as you can use it standalone holding it, in no less than 20 seconds, it just starts to feel way too heavy, unbalanced, especially when using it with the S Pen. The nature of how big and heavy the tablet feels definitely makes you feel like it's meant to be used with no less than a kickstand case, and also, ideally, the keyboard cover with the trackpad to get the best experience possible. Sadly, that's not how we use the tablet due to the official accessories being out of stock, but that is the overriding feeling of how the usability of the Tab S8 Ultra feels when using it day to day. Apart from the crazy high brightness found on the S22 Ultra, this super large 14.6-inch 120Hz Super AMOLED display with S Pen support is definitely the centerpiece of what makes the Tab S8 Ultra such an enjoyable tablet to use. Now, this is a subjective take. As much as the notch is very small, and the potential reason given to why it's there in the first place is due to the slim borders and the housing of the 2 front-facing cameras, I would much rather have had slightly thicker bezels to not have it there at all. It's nice that there is a feature that you can use to hide it in the display settings, but at that point, you'd rather just not have the notch there in the first place. I love the fact that not only is there S Pen support for the display, but also the fact that it comes included. I would personally have loved this tablet to have walked in the footsteps of the new S22 Ultra by having a slimmer S Pen, which could be stored away in the body of the tablet, because without the official case, which does have a placeholder for the S Pen, this feels like an expensive replacement just waiting to happen, as I can't help but feel like losing this S Pen is going to be quite easy to do. Initially in our unboxing video, I stated that the in-display fingerprint sensor was unable to be unlocked and used unless the screen was on, but later on found out that in the settings you can enable this feature, allowing you to unlock it without the screen being on, just like the optical sensor on the S21 FE. Speaking of the display being on, there is no always on display feature, which I guess is normal for a tablet, but I would have loved to have seen it here. Now, again, the last one, the vibration motor for the haptics are subpar to say the least, and I pretty much disabled it straight away. All of that being said, the display is the best part of using this tablet, especially when consuming media and multitasking with different apps. The quad stereo speakers with 2 on each end when in landscape are so loud and clear that I could never really use them at full volume. If you do decide to use them at full volume, then you'll be happy to know that there's basically no distortion or breakup in sound. Definitely a top tier audio experience, even though sadly there is no 3.5mm headphone port for this large tablet. A quick word from our channel affiliate partner NordVPN. As our preferred VPN of choice, NordVPN gives you a secure connection while keeping a fast speed and also access to content in different regions on popular services like Netflix. Use our unique link for your NordVPN plan and our coupon code SamMobile, backed with a risk-free 30-day money-back guarantee. Ours is the Wi-Fi only model powered by the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 with 8GB of RAM, 128GB of internal storage with the additional storage up to 1TB thanks to the microSD card slot. Leading into the software experience, the performance has been great using it day to day, and although the performance is slightly less in benchmarks compared to the same chip found in a smartphone counterpart, I personally didn't notice any performance issues when using it. We've come to know and almost accept the limitations that come with the core Android OS working on a tablet, and that's even the case now with Android 12. Things hopefully might change come Android 12L, but for now, credit to Samsung for making what they have work well, thanks to One UI 4.1. Two key areas have got to be multitasking and of course, using DeX. As tablets goes, this is the best multitasking you will experience, and it's not just the performance, but also having such a large canvas to work with makes it much easier to see more of the apps you're using. DeX makes even more sense on a tablet with a display size this big because it really does make the experience feel more closer to a desktop, since you can resize apps and their windows and also run multiple apps at the same time. This is even more reason why getting the official book cover case with the keyboard and the trackpad makes all the sense, as it allows the user experience to truly feel closer to a laptop replacement. Without these core accessories, it's kind of actually easier and it makes more sense to use it without DeX. Let's talk about the S Pen for a moment, and as I stated before, the value of having it included is amazing and very welcome. The lower latency input with 120Hz makes for a closer pen to paper experience, and if you're the type of person that enjoys note-taking and drawing with designs, then this is a great experience to have on such a large screen tablet. My personal issue with the S Pen is the button not being placed in the thumb position, rather on the outside for the index finger, which still feels unnatural. Not sure if placing it inside would have interrupted the ability to charge the pen via the magnetic attachment at the back, but the placement just feels off. The cameras are good for a tablet. Just remember that this is not the main reason to buy a tablet. 4K 30 frames a second video is available on both the wide and ultra wide front facing cameras, and only available on the main wide sensor on the rear, and the ultra wide is limited to 1080p due to the sensor being just 6 megapixels. The auto framing feature works pretty well and does come in handy for conference calls. If you set your expectations in place, then the cameras on the Tab S8 Ultra are actually not bad at all. Next to the display, the battery life and charging are equally impressive, especially when considering the standby time. We still would love to have seen a charger included in the box, especially for a premium tablet like this. But this time around, we actually can recommend getting the supported 45-watt charger for it. We did a charging test video and our Tab S8 Ultra charged quicker than the 82 minutes quoted by Samsung, and also throughout most of the charging cycle, it does actually utilize most of the 45 watts available. Whether on light or heavy usage, battery is something you do not have to think or worry about, as it looks like the 11,200 mAh battery is well optimized for the size. A few things to consider if you still want to get a Tab S8 Ultra. This is a super luxury device, and just buying the tablet alone and hoping you will get a great experience or a complete experience is not going to be enough. You must be ready to get the case and the keyboard to get the best out of it, and by then it's basically a full-on laptop replacement, and the price will definitely be in that price range as well. Once there, you have to really be committed and happy to want this type of tablet computing experience, because sadly, a product like the Book 2 Pro 360 starts to look more appealing, especially since you get a much more powerful and complete operating system to boot. Do you have the Tab S8 Ultra? Let us know your thoughts of it in the comment section below. For the latest news in the world of Samsung Daily, be sure to visit us at SamMobile.com. And for the latest videos on YouTube with SamMobile TV, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications, and we will see you next time.